Bara bara bam ba bam bara bara bam ba bam bara bara bam ba bam bara bara bam ba bam.
I was gifted a Gina perfume yesterday.
Mom, when do I get wings?
Okay. Let me reset these. Oh boy. I don't know what the fuck is happening here. Okay, be right back. Why is my stream not on 60 with what is it? What am I saying? 60 FPS? What the fuck is happening? Finally, Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna check this stronghold and so then I'm gonna watch some videos.
You're back.
Why are you looking at me like that? We have good stuff too.
Okay, I'm gonna watch the videos now. Also, the new Elden Ring DLC came out today. I'm watching that later. There we go. I need to pee. Be right back. What about this? Okay. Whoa. What the fuck? Oh, hell no. Okay, let's watch this.
Right. Chat, it's time. It's time to it's time to it's time to talk about the balance patch, okay? The balance patch notes, real quick video. If you haven't done so, follow us at twitch.tv/SealsAmbitions. Get your drops, guys. Multi-tier drops. Balance patch PTR hit today. I'm gonna try to do this step by step. I have every character I main got reworked and buffed. So we're gonna have to break this up. So the War Dancer, she's looking amazing, right? Wait, you didn't see that, chat? Anyways, that's not important. The new War Dancer skill, check this out. Check this out, dude. I know this will blow your... Dude, look at that skill. She got the best looking skill in the game. Okay? So, going back to what I was saying, right? Oops. So the PTR patch note is out. I'll link this in the video description. You could right click it and then translate it to English. But I'm gonna go over the... Let me go over the notes real quick, okay? The real quick version here. I'm gonna translate this. Credit to this man, Augento. So balance patch up to this point on the PTR, subject to change. I guarantee you it's subject to change, okay? Hear me out. So Shushire, Berserker, counter got buffed. So the tripod, I guess, the little earthquake, the shaking titty thingy animation, that counts as the counter. And then Biggie, about 3 to 5% increase in damage, and Mayhem stays the same. So what are their feedback so far? They're feeling a little bit smudged because they don't feel as fluid as Slayers. So they want a little bit more, because the primary focus of this balance patch is utility and usefulness in Thaymine Raid, Thaymine Horde, as well as Thaymine the First, the Hell difficulty, and the normal. So they want to be accepted to parties. Who doesn't, right? Everybody want to get into parties, and everyone want to feel beautiful and useful. Damage is no longer the thing. I mean, it's still very important in getting accepted into groups for, like, you know, hard content. So the harder the content, you need to bring more to the table, right? Like how it's getting harder and harder to get a job these days. You need to have more credentials. So yeah, okay, I don't want to drag this out any longer. So Gun Lancers, red Gun Lancers. If you want to see what skills got buffed, once again, I'll link this in the video description. But red Gun Lancers about 6 to 7% damage increase, and this is not like facts, right? Some people, in actual damage, it may be a little bit different. Okay, so this is like first day cliff note summary of, you know, a little bit of math, as well as a little bit of bro science, as well as how they feel. Blue Gun Lancer, a little bit of buff. Okay. Now, Gun Lancers wanted a little bit more utility, right? A little bit more like quality of life.
Habib not only talks about War Dancer, please. Fuck.
They're not asking for more destruction or stagger. That's not what they're asking for, okay? Now, Destroyer got a lot of classes got spacebar cooldown reduction. So Destroyer got 1 second off of their spacebar, and they got, you know, Rage Hammer got a little bit of damage increase, as well as gravity training. But the thing is, what is Destroyer in Thaymine? They are slow head attack dealers, and that is their problem. That is what they need changed. That is what they've been voicing. There's only been one Destroyer as far as I know that cleared Thaymine the First, which is like the hell mode. That was a full streamer group, and the fans of the streamers, one of the fan, went back and counted every hit of the Destroyer in Gate 4 Thaymine, the hardest raid so far in Lost Ark. And the person added all the numbers and divided by the total HP, and the Destroyer ended up, even though he's the first Destroyer to clear Thaymine, the first mode, the hell mode, he only contributed about 13% total damage. Okay? So Destroyers want more quality of life. Okay, like convenience. Their job is to do head attack, but it's very dangerous to do head attack in Thaymine because it gives Thaymine gauge. And if Thaymine gets gauge, then your kill time gets drastically lowered because you have to see extra patterns, which delay damage time. So they wanted stuff like that. But right now, instead of what Smilegate said, they said they promised in the last live stream I made a video about. They promised utility and convenience of life so that they are able to do better in Thaemine, but they just gave him like band-aid buffs in terms of damage. And Paladin, spacebar cooldown reduced by 1. Their awakening now has less risk because now you get gauge, right? You get gauge even if you miss. Right? Am I crazy here? It's one of the things they wanted, but they didn't get any like super armor, right? They wanted some super armor, and they didn't get like destruction skills, a little bit more destruction. Okay, so they didn't get those. Slayers counter just like Berserker. Wild Stomp, I think. Wild Stomp for Predator. You know how you get the tripod that has the shake, the shakeage. The shakeage counts as the counter. People like, it sounds good on paper, but is it good on paper? You know, it's niche. Punisher, nothing changed. Predator didn't get nerfed. So former Punisher users, they want a rework of the Z. Bloodlust. They don't like the way it looks. They want it fiery instead of bloody, as well as they want the Z to be shortened, right, abridged, so that they're not like swinging, and the boss turns and they miss the last few ticks. Now, I don't know how I feel about that as a Slayer enjoyer myself. The Z is very important in making you survive with the super armor, because there's a lot of fall damage or falling off platforms, but I don't know. Now, let's go to Annika, the female fighters. War Dancers, their theory crafting. I will have videos pumped out, but I've talked to Chad about this, but War Dancer, the skill animations are much better. They've been shortened. Some are cancelable with spacebar. The esoteric first intent skill looks cool. The animation wise, I was not expecting cool animations. I thought the cool animations will go to scrappers, but that is not the case. War Dancer, you know, art is subjective, but I'll show you guys one rotation later. War Dancer skill animation looks insane, and I'll do a first intent video as well. Overall, how do they feel? The rework is okay, but first intent players are a little bit smoked because they have to go entropy. The entropy is being researched upon, and they have to, like, you know, redo their settings. But is it worth redoing their accessories and tripods and all of that, spending all that gold to gain, you know, minimal amount of damage increase? So they want like a little bit more damage because they reverted some of the damage, is what they feel. I think it's a little bit of bro science. I think people are just a little bit of salty right now because of the two characters that deserve the most love. They feel that they didn't get the biggest portion of the love, the pie, because that love went to the assassins, as we'll talk about later. So I think they're just being a little bit salty. But in terms of Scrapper, I think they have a valid case. Taijutsu did go up in damage, but Shock seems to be, you know, a bunch of question marks, if not like pretty much the same as live server. So we'll see about first intent. First intent, I don't know. I personally thought first intent feels cool. It feels pretty good. But I mean, first intent enjoyers are not liking it, so I mean, their concerns are valid as well. Glavier, Pinnacle, if you were spec crit entropy, you got nerfed by about 3%, as well as spec swiftness nightmare. Control stay the same. Glavier is still really sought after because of the utility, the counters, right? Just overall very well rounded for Thaemine, for hard content, so they don't really have a big problem. But I do want to point out that Pinnacle has been nerfed ever since they got reworked in 3 stages instead of one gigantic nerf. I think that is, we'll talk about this soon with Blade, but I think Smilegate, they over buff. Like, a lot of threads right now saying they don't know what they're doing, but that happens every balance patch. People are complaining that the developers don't know what they're doing. That happens every balance patch. But they drastically buff something. There's always one class that outshines others every balance patch. The last balance patch was Glavier's, right? So Glavier's outperformed. Did it really? Yeah, a little bit. It got all the attention because of all the streamers. And Soul Fists, they were hiding. Sharpshooters were hiding. Deadeyes were hiding, right? Arcanas were hiding. So Glavier's got 3 stages of nerfs. And I'm saying, I'm gonna, pinpoint the fact that that is very important, because I think they don't want to do a big nerf because they don't want to admit they made a mistake in terms of balance. It looks too embarrassing. Imagine they rework the class, and then when it goes live next week on the real servers, they're like, oh yeah, nerf by 13%. People are like, whoa, dude, whoa, you guys are incompetent. Whoa, that's too much. It freaks people out. So I think they overbuffed because they're clueless, and then they broke off. They did damage control in 3 stages by breaking the nerfs into 3 stages. That kind of makes it look like, that kind of hides the fact that they're clueless, right? Unless you have big brains, then it makes sense. All right, so next, Striker. Because War Dancer skills got animation rework, Strikers are enjoying that as well. They're testing right now. Sophist, spacebar cooldown reduced by 1. And
Hey,
what is it? Dominion said enjoyers. We have 5 awakenings now instead of starting with 3. So EO Sophists are happy about that because you have more charges of awakening. Good. So Thaemon, I don't know what the future of Lost Ark, but they're doing these long ass fights. Not sure if that's good for the game, but long ass fights means mean that Dominion enjoyers, they need more awakening charges, so they got that. That's good for all classes, not just Sophist, all classes, right? Anyways, don't make me ban you, dude. Arthitine, artillerists, spacebar reduced by 2 seconds. Barrage artillerists, so they're able to dish out damage quicker. QWE, they could do it within 5 seconds. So their barrage skills got a lot faster. Firepower, about 3% increase. So barrage artillerists, they pretty much got the conveniences they asked for, the quality of life. So they're kind of satisfied. Firepower wanted a little bit more. They did get a little bit of destruction. They got the damage buff, but they want a little bit more on their plate. Gunslinger, time to hunt, crit damage increased by 15%. Peacemaker 3, kind of weird. You could read it here with the engraving. Okay. People are saying it's about a 1% nerf, but in actual Thaemine fight, it's about 1% increase. But the biggest point is this. It's not about damage. Gunslingers wanted some quality of life reworks, and that is, or utility, right? It's all the same thing. Just think of it as the same thing. As they do Thaemine, they had a lot of inconveniences. So the animation locks in shotgun or rifle, when Thaemine is a fight where you have to react quickly to his next pattern. So Gunslingers were really struggling with this, right? The skill cap is really high for Gunslingers, Peacemakers, and they didn't get any help in that regard. That's what they really wanted, whether it's animation shortage, making the animations shorter, or you know how is it focus fire where it was 4 shots to 3? Why not down to 2, right? Or even 1, something like that. Or more EHP or anything. Focus shot, yeah. So they didn't get anything, man. So they're a smudge about that. Deadeyes, they didn't get anything. Sharpshooters, they lived, and they got a spacebar 1 second cooldown reduction. Scouter, same thing with the spacebar 1 second cooldown reduction. Summoner, 2 seconds reduction on their spacebar. Communication overflow, they fixed some bugs, and the water pet, I guess he's faster now. Overall, summoners are really mad. They've been one of the whiniest communities right now, and the community is like sick and tired of listening to them. So they're just downvoting any summoner threads. But I kind of understand. Dude, summoners, like, it's been almost like 3-4 balance patches where they just been left in the dirt. All right, sorceress, igniter. When you ignite, crit damage increased by 15%. It's a rollback. Did they get anything they wanted for Thaemine? No. Right? Igniter still clunky for Thaemine. And Arcana, spacebar 1 second cooldown reduction. Bard, 2 second reduction on spacebar. But the quality of life didn't get anything, so they're very mad. No cleanse, they have mana issues. right? Blah, 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 blah. Let's see. Delanes. Delanes. For those that don't know, that's called assassins. That's the race, right? Delane. Blade to the moon. Blade is reporting. Blade is having a war arms race. So Surge stacks up to 60. But right now, remaining energy is like, it's like, it makes people once again question the developers. Did you even test this? Because there is a 1626 blade doing 40 million DPS, and now there is a 48 million DPS over 2 minutes. Now there's a 51 million, there's a 55 million, and then someone said there's a 70 million. It's an arms race. So remaining energy blade in Trixion is doing 2 max characters worth of DPS.
Remaining energy.
I don't know what's gonna go on. I don't know what's gonna happen. But all I want to say about this is this: Smilegate probably doesn't watch this, but they need to fix this in the test server before it goes to the live server this Wednesday, so that people can wake up tomorrow and then able to reevaluate what happened. Like, they need to do this overnight, not wait till Wednesday. And if they wait till Wednesday, please don't do like, oh, nerf by 20%. And I bet you they won't. They don't have the balls. Like I said about Glavier, how they had to nerf it through 3 stages to, you know, kind of hide the fact that they don't know what they're doing, right? It's a damage control. It's a way of doing damage control. If for example, they reworked Blade, which I'm very happy for because, you know, I have a Blade in Korea, right? So if you rework something, you make that community happy. And then when it hits live, you're like, hey, nerf it by 20%. Ain't nobody gonna feel happy. Even if it was busted, they're gonna be like, dude, developers, you should have done it right in the first place. It's like give and take, right? Now, the give and take is pretty much 100% guaranteed, right? This time around, Blade is getting the most attention, most threads. So it's gonna get rolled back. But I believe that it's gonna be rolled back in multi-stages because Smilegate, they have too much pride. Because they have made so many promises saying that, you know, they'll take really extra care of the characters that you guys have spent so much love and time into over the years. So I think they're gonna do the rollback, but in many stages. I don't think they're gonna do like a boom, unless they do the rollback on the PTR and then hit the live with it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see about that. Shadowhunter, spacebar cooldown reduction 1 second. What is it? Is it demonic? Demonic impulse. Yeah, demonic impulse increased by 4%, 4.5. Perfect suppression got like destruction on, but additional destruction, but it's not really a big deal. Reaper, same thing with Blade. Reaper is also, hunger is pretty freaking busted. Animations are really crazy. Identity also changed. Nightmare is no longer a skill. It's part of the identity. She has, what is the attack where she leaps in Thirst and Moon? That thing leaps over the boss. Okay, so she has Nightmare as an identity, which goes through the boss. She has that, what's it, Distortion? What is that skill? That purple skill. Sorry, I'm not good with names. All right, so the purple skill goes through the boss, and then now she has a red skill that jumps over the boss, like a barbarian doing a leap attack. I'm like, dude. So wait a second here. Reaper was wait, hold on. Thirst Reaper was already crazy mobility that it didn't even feel like an entry class. And then other classes that wanted that kind of mobility all got ignored, but Reaper got more. Okay, sure. So I guess the new meme for Reaper is Mosquito, because they just zip around everywhere. Now, Lunar Reapers are also cracked right now, and Thirst Reapers are cracked. But Lunar Reapers, you know, because they know they're cracked, they do this. It's a really common Korean thing. They act weak by complaining that their playstyle has changed and it's a little clunky because they move too much, right? They're just trying to, they're just trying to dodge, man. Now, I'm gonna say one thing about Reaper. They did get buffed last year and they got reverted. If they do that again, dude, Reaper community is gonna be so salty. If you're that incompetent, right? Where you buff a class and then you revert it, and then you buff them 3 times in the next 3 balance patches, which shows that you reverted it, and then you do this again where you take it away. I can't save you, Smilegate. I can't save you, man. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Okay, so you buff on the PTR and you revert it when it went live, and then you buff them in 3 consecutive patches. And then now you do this again, and then now you take it away. Then the Reaper community will have 0. They already have 2% trust in you guys. But now if you do that again, they're going to have 0%. As a matter of fact, I don't think this is mathematically possible. It's going to be negative 40% trust in you guys. All right. So please, oh man, just, bruh, come on, man. All right, Reaper, what is your intention? That's another thing I want to talk about. What is the class they're using to, like, as a balance, right? As a point of focus. Are they trying to put Reaper where Predator Slayer and Glaviers are? Or are they trying to put them above? Where is the, like, the middle ground where they're doing this? Like, we're all over the place. Okay, so we don't get it. We don't know where you're trying to go. Like, as I said, female fighters are the ones that wanted, they were the ones next for rework. But then these two got more. They got way more. They got way more. So these two have been waiting the most. Battlemaster or War Dancer and Scrapper. But then Blade and Reaper got more, I guess, love. So they're match. They're like, wah, we got reworked, but look at them. Look at the neighbors. You gave them way more. So the unexpected got more love. The expected got less. Is a new meme going around. Soul Eater got nerfed. The spec build. So we researched, we looked at the API before the balance patch. Out of the 20 top gear Soul Eaters, all of them, 20 out of 20 play spec. However, the spec got nerfed about 3 to 4%. Some people are arguing it's 1%, 2%, whatever. TLDR, it's a little minor nerf, and they are fine with it. They're like, phew, we dodged the bullet. And I agree. I was expecting 4%, 3 to 4%. So, you know, my Soul Eater is going to be eating fine. Surprisingly, Crit Swiftness build did not get touched. However, while the overall Trixian damage got nerfed for spec build, the spec coefficients got nerfed, right? However, I believe it's gotta be a little bit less, because in actual fight, they buffed her synergy skill. She has a self synergy skill and a group synergy skill tied into one. I don't know why they don't do that for War Dancer still. However, she has a skill that gives group synergy and self synergy so that she can fulfill her raid captain. So that skill in the past, you had to hit the boss to get the buff, but not anymore, which is pretty crazy because there are times when you miss and you don't get your raid captain. So you could think of it as in an actual fight, in a hectic situation, you could think of it as not really a big nerf. Okay. Now, Artist got surprisingly a lot of love. Okay. So her Sunwell, I think it was Sunwell, the radius got increased. Was it like 30%? And when you put the portal, it creates an instant AoE shield. And her Starry Night also gives her self damage reduction. So I love the Ayayas who are coping and hoping for stuff like this. So they got some of it and they're surprised and they're back happy and smiling again. The Umbrella Ayaya got 3.6% damage increase. Got a baby buff. Got a little baby buff. And so Drizzler got more destruction, a little bit more destruction, not much. Yeah. So Ayayas are a little bit, they're crying a little bit like babies. Yeah. So that is it for now, guys. That is it for now. Now, War Dancer. War Dancer is surprisingly looking really good. There's a lot of good tripod choices that you can change. I'll make a separate video, but I'll just give you guys a little taste. Let me give you a little taste, okay? You saw that right. It was a 230 million. So that is her 100 million DPS cycle. So her new esoteric skill is amazing. All right, there's a lot of things to talk about. Her synergy got changed. She's not as T-Rex anymore. Okay. And as you can see, you can use this kind of blast formation, but you don't have to. If it's a fat boy, if it's a big boy, you could change the tripod without changing your accessories. So that's nice. The animation got also changed, and also you can get range on it. That's nice. And then this skill, I guess it's not LTS, but it doesn't have a back attack, but... And look at this skill too. So that's also awesome. Animation change,
That's
and you
cool.
can also spacebar cancel that. Okay. Short animation. Easy to fit it in actual fights. But this one is insane. I wish it was a back attack skill so that we could use Laziness. But it's not. They did that on purpose. They did that on purpose. So even though it hits like a monster truck, since it's not a back attack positional skill, it's not getting the crit buff. Yeah, it's not getting the crit, the extra crit I need. But it hits like a monster truck. If it's hitting for already 240 million in Trixian, that's gonna hit a lot in actual rate. About 400-500 million in rates. Easily. Okay. So we'll talk about the War Dancer. We'll do like separate videos like Reaper, War Dancer. We'll come in stages. Also, it's PTR, subject to change. But first intent, I'm also liking the first intent. The new skill, I call it the Liu Kang. Liu Kang skill, it looks awesome, man. This Liu Kang skill looks awesome. You know what? Maybe I could show you guys. The thing is, oh man, what is this? Oh, okay. So I'm not gonna have gems, and then I don't have all of this set up. So 8, let's go like that. And no, I'm not gonna edit this because I don't have an editor. It's gonna be a long video. But let me show you guys a taste, all right? Just a taste. Just a taste. And let me change. You know what? Let me just change this, all right? Let me drag. Just bear with me, all right? Bear with me. So non-97 Andes, first and 10 Andes are complaining that they don't have enough crit and blah, blah, blah. But I don't have that issue. I have like 97% crit. 94, 90 something. Where's mass increase? Where's mass increase? Now, I don't know if I'm gonna buy swiftness gear. I do regret. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do regret selling. I do regret selling my. You know what? Can I do the gems too? Can I do the gems? Let's just do it properly. I do regret selling my first intent 100 quality accessory. Grudges 1? Okay, thank you, chat. Good thing I caught that. Alright, dude, let me just do this. I know it's gonna make the video a little bit longer, but you know what? I'm lazy.
Let me.
People have this. Get out. And then this. Now, oops. Skills. A new skill. I don't know, like Trixian keeps resetting my presets. So just watch. Just watch, I guess. Now, this is the new skill for first intent right here that replaces the wind fart. It is a back attack skill, has destruction, has high stagger. Okay. Now, I'm gonna go entropy. And I am already entropy. Nice. We'll talk about that later. Okay. All right, let's go. Let me get the mana. And I am not hitting as hard. Something is wrong. Definitely wrong. What is wrong? Something's wrong. I'm not hitting as hard. Anyways, guys. Oh, tripods. Because yes, I did not get a level 5. I did not get a level 5 because it's a new skill. Okay. All right, forgive me. And some of this tripod might be wrong. Anyways, let's go again. Accessories. I know. Check this out.
Okay, let me see.
Check this out. Okay, that tripod is also wrong. That tripod also wrong. It's just not saving my skills, man. Bam! Does that ring a bell? Looks like Pistolier. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Now the E skill is doing about 160 million for me in Trixian, which means it's gonna hit way harder in an actual fight. Okay, now I'm gonna take off the cooldowns. It's a 4-hit skill. One thing I want to show you guys is this also has this tripod and it removes the back attack, but look at this. It's Liu Kang. She's like farting. Look at that. It's like a Mega Man wall
That's
glide,
cool.
but also a fartage. I don't know who this voice actress is. Wow, you could aim it down and it's still a back attack. The final hit missed though. Nice,
Okay,
dude.
give me another video. Let me see if the video is playing. 4 months ago. Oh.
Y'all been waiting for this. This is part 1, and then when I
Jesus,
go into
45
talking
minutes.
about Soul Eater, right? Soul Eater guy, like look at this. Look at the boo, look at all that, bro. Look at all that. All that
If I
juicy
see some
detail
jumping, I
on
might.
how to optimize your Soul Eater, right? Little hidden tips and tricks that nobody really talking about. That'll be probably, I really don't want to do a PowerPoint, but I'll do a video on that regardless. Anyways, I'll probably put this on YouTube. And if you're watching from Twitch or YouTube, make sure to get the merch, the gamer subs in the video description, man. Use my code, free shipping. All right, there are free trials. Okay, use my code, my link. It's drinking it right now, man. I gotta take a sip real quick. All right, so what is this about? Well, here's the thing. You guys are getting stuff in NA. You got the November 15th patch with Soul Eater, right? So you got, what do we got here? We got the freaking Mococo Super Moco Express, whatever, Espresso, right? You got that event. It's gonna hyper accelerate you, or it says it will, right? You've been through this. You got it. You got it with, who was it before? Was it the Umbrella? And then now it's combining with the Road to what is the Majiggy? Road to Soul Eater. Let me show you that real quick. You want a video on that? If you want a video on that, leave a comment down below. Now, Korea didn't get it simultaneously, so please don't ask me how much gold did you save? All I'm gonna tell you is this. I did record that stream where I did use this Road to Thaemon in Korea, but it's gonna be Road to whatever, right? It doesn't matter what the name is, guys. All you got to know is this. There are these nice rewards, like free quality taps. There's the 5 engravings, class engravings. So if Super Mococo gives 5 and then this gives 5, that's 10 free class engravings. That's pretty nuts, right? And then it helps you with the stone, the ancient stones, all these stuff, silver. Yeah. But the cool thing is right here. You can get Brel Shaza gear in 1 day doing normal. and you can accept this at 1490, but it says 1540. I think now you're caught up to KR. I mean, we're getting the male scrapper kind of teased to be named champion. Pretty cool. More on that in December. We'll find out more on that this December. But TLDR, you got the Super Mokoko. They may throw more in the future if they're feeling generous with the road to Soul Eater, which will hyper accelerate you to whatever eye level you're trying to get to. So you need to choose correctly. And people have been asking about, like, how do you feel about War Dancer, Scrapper, Blade, Reaper, blah, 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 blah. All day, every day I log in. And that's what we're going to talk about. Okay? So Korea got a balanced patch recently for those that did not know. And some of the classes got reworked. You could call it a complete rework, side rework, whatever, but War Dancer, Scrapper, Blade, and Reaper. And the newest addition to the Lost Ark family is still Soul Eater subclass in Korea, right? Having tried some of them, what would I recommend to a player? And I don't want to say only for new players, or only for veterans, or only for whales, or only for free-to-play that sells buses, or with 2 million gold, or whatever, with 16 characters, or 8 characters, or 4 characters farming. I don't know the situation, but this goes for anybody, right? Anybody, like if I had a friend in real life, which I don't, that play Lost Ark, which I don't, but if they ask me, like, what should I play? These are the things I would recommend, you know what I mean? You get what I'm putting down? So disclaimer is not based on just power. It's just based off my experience. And the reason why there's only 6 is because I haven't played the others. Like, I hear so many things, like hot takes, like, Soul Eater, you if you're gonna play spec, you need to have a pocket bard or a support that times it with your blah, blah. No, that's not true. Okay? And I hear that from people who doesn't even have a Soul Eater. That's not true. I mean, it'd be nice, but it's not true. I mean, you could say that about any class. Yo, thank you for the 3 months. It's based off my experience. Just watch it for fun. Don't get all butthurt because your class is not there. What about AT Scouter? What about? It's been reworked. Of course, AT Scouter is strong. Why would it? Did it get nerfed? No. So it stays where it is, right? If AT Scouter was already good before Balance Patch, then it's already still good. So don't worry about that, right? The context is not a con or Voldus. I'll keep that in mind though. But going forward, because these events are precious, okay, with all that in mind, okay? All right. So, first things first. Let's talk about, now I know there are 2 different Soul Eaters, right? I'm just gonna use one icon, okay? I'm just gonna use one icon, okay? So, what the frick? What the fuck? Okay, so I'm just gonna use one icon, okay? So this represents Soul Eater. Where do I put Soul Eater? This one's tough. All of them are recommended, let me tell you that. I would not have made this video if I didn't recommend them. Okay, I recommend all. I'm gonna put Soul Eater, not highest. Not even high. I'm putting it, what the frig is this? I'm putting it on high, okay?
What?
Barely on high, barely. I know, it's crazy. You guys are like, no, does that mean I hate my Soul Eater? I love my Soul Eater. I just played her today. Something has changed about my streams. I am no longer whining, bitching, complaining about the classes I play. They're not on the floor, knocked down, all over the floor, knocked down. I'm having so much fun with all of them. So that's why I recommend all of them. Why is Soul Eater not the highest? She has great animation, great sound effects. While some Koreans do complain that she doesn't feel satisfying, tagyokgam, which means when you press a button, it doesn't feel like you did big damn. Well, I don't know about that. They did work on that. Why did I put it high? That's because she's not hard to play. That's for sure. She's not hard to play. She's not hard to gear. Yeah, spec class. I do recommend the spec build, but the spec cutoff is like 1557, 1570, all the way to like 1760. It's not that hard, right? I mean, the better, the more the merrier, right? More spec, and because her spec coefficient is really good, although it got nerfed in terms of getting gauge, it's pretty good. It was almost as good as the transformation classes if they get nerfed. However, the reason I don't put it at the
Feel really good. Be crazy embedded.
highest, it's not, has nothing to do with economic goal or anything like that. It just, it's not, it has a tool. It has good weakness, good destruction, stagger, good damage, gets accepted, high public perception and all that, but it just, I don't know. I just feel like there's just too much hype, right? Because she's all right? She's good. She's good. Don't get me wrong, but she's not like, I don't know. I felt better, right? It's not fun. Oh, it's fun. Oh, hell yeah, it's fun. It's fun, but she's not my top, right? I felt better, fun, crazy. I know. And I'm gonna go to the next one. I'm gonna talk about Slayer. Even though she didn't get reworked, because I still play her, right? I have 2 Slayers now. 1 in NA, that's 3. Slayer, I would put her... I would put her alongside with Soul Eater. She's safe. She's very safe. Still probably one of the better entropy, entry entropy. I would say there are better now, but she's comfortable, she's chilling, she's thick, she's tanky, she's quite mobile, right? She does have that shackle of Predator. It can expire, and it expires sometimes at the wrong time when you need to burst, or it's gonna wipe the raid, especially in Thaemon. But for Voltus and Akan, the content that you guys are enjoying, Soul Eater and Slayer, Predator, spec build or not, they're both kicking butt, right? They're both really good. They're really good. They're just safe. But these will be quite expensive. I think Soul Eater and Predator are going to be very expensive still, right? Am I wrong, chat? Like, Predator is still the most expensive engraving in Korea. It's going up because Korea is getting these booby Slayer skins, and the Kumers are flocking to the Slayers. They're like, oh, what do I play? And they're like, play Predator. Oh, okay. Goes to the auction house, buys engraving. They keep going up. And this is something that a lot of Korean players also echo. And I want to echo it to you guys. Please choose what you want to play that sounds good, feels good, looks good. Okay? The crit build can be cheap because you go full crit with swiftness. Yeah, not a lot of classes use crit accessories. I get it. No, but you could argue that the spec Soul Eater is cheap because it uses 3 damage gems instead of like 5 for the crit one. But technically, you could run 4 to 5 for the spec build, but not many people do. But in theoretical situation, 5 is better. We could talk about that in the Soul Eater guide when I talk about the spec Soul Eater. But 3 is the good number, right? If you're gonna invest to level 10 and you don't need to get like spec class, like gauge class. Gauge class, when she has 2 gauges, the soul shards and the possession meter, those are the official names. Since you're getting gauge on both, spec does matter, and her spec's coefficient when it comes to gauge is pretty good. But you can go, like I said, with the 1500, 1550, like 1600 spec build as well, right? So you could still enjoy her. You'll be like 2 to 3 seconds behind in the full cycle. Okay, it's not a deal breaker, right? I'm just letting you know that you could enjoy either of the builds. Don't just gravitate towards one because it's cheaper. Although that will be a deciding factor.
Damn.
Anyways, next.
300 million.
So in the current content of Korea, they're all very fun, spectacular, modern, got the tools to zip zap, live, do its thing, super armor, push immunity, paralysis immunity, tripods that let you switch things to get more staggered. So in terms of these classes, they have that. So they're in the high category. Okay, next. Let's talk about Reaper. I know this is gonna be crazy, but I put Reaper highest. Okay, Reaper is crazy. Reaper is so crazy right now. Okay, let's look at Reaper. So there's a guy monitoring the Reaper population. So this is October 21st. As you can see, there are 6,900 Thirst Reapers or Hunger Reapers from the eye level 1655 max to 1600. And we have a lunar of 3800. And as you can see, a week, not even a week later, Actually, a week later, sorry, you can see that the thirst, the lunar reapers have decreased by almost 300, or more than 300. However, thirst is not only growing. It's not only gaining the 300 players from the lunar, but it's also gaining traction, like outside players or people coming back to Reaper, right? So as of November 4th, there are 7,800, and lunar keeps going down. What about today? As of today, lunar
8,000.
keeps going down, right? Went down by 60. However, hunger is going up, okay? Reaper right now is in a very good place. Reaper forms looking great, and I check this daily. It doesn't matter if you play lunar or a thirst. It's playstyle difference. It's just that it's kind of like the trend of the slayers. Back then, everyone played Punisher, and then once the Punisher nerf happened, people began to think about, like, also it's because of the raid content as well, but people were like, why play Punisher? Why risk it for like 5% more theoretical damage, right? When Predator just safer. And same thing's happening with the Lunar family. I mean, the Reaper family. People are thinking there's no merit to playing Lunar. Now, that doesn't mean that Lunar can't MVP, because there are plenty of screenshots of people clearing the endgame content. Thaymon Gate 4, as Lunar, Cruel Fighter Underline, or as Hunger. And there are some Reapers doing it on both. They're like, 1 week I did it as Lunar, 1 week I do it as Hunger. The crit from the tripods got equalized. They're more like evened out, as well as the tripod choices are so much better that it's just so much snappier and faster. And Nightmare being part of the identity now. Nightmare being part of the identity is pretty big. It frees up 2 skills. Like, you know, you could carry Distortion and Black Mist with the super armor, right? It just increases your EHP. And Nightmare, not having to drop Nightmare is huge in Thaymon. Nightmare, you could ignore so many mechanics with Nightmare. You could ignore so many mechanics with Black Mist. And then now there's a new build where you could play Judgment Conviction. It's just insane, man. Reaper is actually being recommended by most KR YouTubers as a beginner-friendly entropy class. An entropy, like an entry stage to entropy. And when they changed the shadow dot, the cast time is actually different from a combo. If you do a side-by-side comparison, it casts faster. Her cycle got tighter, right? Cast fast and land it as a back attack and get the hell out of there, right? So it's not as frustrating. That's one thing I really want to talk about with this balance patch. A lot of the classes got their skill cast time reduced, which is a form of modernization, right? It's a form of modernization. It just feels really good and so snappy. I don't know how to really describe it. You have to feel it yourself. And that's very important in Lost Ark when you're trying to dodge or do a mechanic. Hit and run, right? Hit and run. Like Dark Souls in Thaymon. So Reaper right now got the counter, got the, like, I know she's squishy, but because of Black Mist, as well as Distortion, as well as having Nightmare, and her cast being so fast as Hunger, dude, it's like, I feel like I'm using cheat codes. Like, I was doing Voldis last week, and I just couldn't stop moaning. Pew, 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 pew.
What the fuck is happening?
As well as doing Thaymon on her. So Thaymon requires like spacebar usage to ignore like patterns that give you like, it blinds you, you can't see what's going on, or it knocks you off the map, right? So you need to use the spacebar to ignore. It's part of the fight. It's part of the difficulty. Not only do you have to do your rotation, but you have to also time your spacebar, and sometimes even time your consumables correctly in Gate 4. So it's like, how do you test difficulty? Make more checks, like spacebar usage, item usage, blah, 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 uptime of your skills, blah, 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 blah. And in that as well, Reaper is just insanely good. Wow, Reaper's so mobile. What is this shit? That's broken. Yo, this class is stupid, man. I gotta be careful not to go through the boss. This class is stupid, man. Holy shit, I should just play this from day one. With Thaymon. Watch this. Additional stomp. Oh, super armor, bitch. Oh. Watch this, watch this. Holy shit, just avoid the cloud, dude. What is this shit, dude? Okay, she has so many ways to like bypass those spacebar mechanics with Nightmare, Black Mist, Distortion, you know, just a bunch of stuff, all right? As well as if you play Lunar, her Z, right? Going into the Persona. It's pretty crazy, man. Reaper is no longer some laughing stock right now. It's the Reaper days right now. People are, they get into groups, they do really good damage, and the community's happy. What's more to say, right? Now, Blade is gonna be on high. Here's why. Blade is very strong right now in the right hands. Now, Blade is really good, but I don't know what's gonna happen. Smilegate did say they're gonna do another emergency balance patch. They want to do more frequent emergency balance patches. I don't know what's gonna happen to Blade. Blade has been... let me just tell you straight, right? Glavier was the last balance patch GOAT.
The winner.
There were a lot of streamers that play Glavier, and they, you know, the clips got out of the clips floated around the internet. Well, my class can't do that. My class can't press one button and do 700 mil. So what happened? Glavier got nerfed 3 times already. After the rework, three nerfs, right? Instead of nerfing Glavier like 10 or 12% at once, they did it step by step. Now you could do this tinfoil hat. Maybe they over buff Glavier just to sell payouts or make people switch, and then gradually nerf them just for business. I don't know about that. I just think they're clueless. I think the latest live stream kind of proved that they're kind of clueless. Blade is also in the right hands, very over the top right now. I don't know what they're gonna do with Blade. Is it gonna get like the Glavier treatment or the Slayer treatment? I don't know. So I'm gonna put it at high. It's still very good. Even if it gets nerfed, right? It's still very fun. People are liking it. But there's a lot of haters in Korea, right? You know, public perception is a thing, right? Look at the Sorks. Look what happened to them. Look what happened to the Sorks, the Glaviers, right? And the Slayers. People used to fucking hate Slayers. Any Slayer thread, downvoted. Can we get a voice change? Downvote. Slayer scum, right? So I just don't know about Blade. But Blade is in a very good hand right now. Okay? Very good hands. There's a lot of Blades lately. Next, War Dancer. This one's difficult. This one. Oh, this one is I'm having a lot of fun on my War Dancer. I used to hate playing War Dancer, and chat, my stream knows. It just came out like I pull the boss as soon as I log in to my War Dancer. I pull the boss. I'm starting to cuss already. But First and 10 and SO, they did condense her rotation so that you can, within the Wind Whisper, you can get all your skills off in no time. Especially First and 10 is cracked. First and 10, they got rid of the T-Rex. The T-Rex is gone. I don't know. I can't believe that to this day. I thought they would never remove the T-Rex. What is T-Rex? T-Rex is like, you know, T-Rex got short arms, right? She can't reach. And Thaymine has a lot of mechanics where, let me put this away. Thaymine has a lot of mechanics where if you're too close, you get like a debuff, or he still hits you, or you can get punted. So it's kind of scary. But like, look at this. Look at that range. It's so satisfying, dude. The sound effect is satisfying. The tagyokgam. Okay. The range got a little better. And this skill, it's called a Z skill in Korea because it does a Z, but I mean, in NA, we call that the Liu Kang kick. So the way this kick works is when you are flying in the back, like when you're in the back right here, you're technically here when you're in the air. And when you land, you're there. Is that confusing? But the range, even if you aim it here, it still lands. Especially with the tripods. I like what they did with the tripods. This is the modernization they're doing with the tripods. Like the first option is like utility. I like that. This one is wider range. This one is stagger. And this guy has good stagger, right? It's gotta go to high. And then there's destruction. So it's really nice. The wind fart, you can control it now. You can turn it off, which is crazy. Like within your atropine, you can turn it off. It does a lot of damage, right? And you know, wind fart also comes with a damage reduction as well. So all in all, it's really, really nice. And then SO is also clean. But why would I not recommend it to the highest? I do want to put it on the highest, but the reason I don't want to put it on the highest is it can be a little bit frustrating for progression parties. Because Dominion, her ceiling is Dominion, right? Her ceiling is Dominion. Entropy got nerfed while coming to the live server. So the entropy, what is it? The tripod of this new skill, the Z kick, got nerfed. So her DPC damage per cycle got nerfed playing entropy. So it's not really worth it. You could still play it, right? You just won't be the ceiling, and it's okay. You could play entropy, and you could still pull off, what you need to do, right? As a raider, you could play entropy. Also, you could play Dominion. You could play even 6-piece Nightmare. I tried that in Thaymine, the hardest content currently. I tried the 2-piece Nightmare, 4-piece Dominion. Right? I play the SO. SO though, you got one option. SO is only hallucination. They got rid of the entropy option. You could lastness with SO, but that's very niche. That's a separate video. And lastness is gone for first intent for now, because they don't. The new skill doesn't have a property, and the wind fart I don't think has property as well. Yeah. So they kind of like, So they kind of like, the small gate wants you to like push you towards a direction, but I just don't like Dominion. Because even if you have high swiftness, you're gonna have, even if you do judgment, conviction, judgment, snapshot, you're gonna have about 5 seconds of downtime, which is not a deal breaker. But if judgment, conviction, judgment, whatever order, right? It just sounds cooler when I say judgment, conviction, okay? But if that procs and you don't know how to really use it correctly, like you want to proc it 45 seconds before, and then 45 after the 45 seconds, you want to proc it, and then you want to awaken. If that bothers you, there are other options, like I said, Nightmare and Entropy. But yeah, I don't know. You still have mana issues. EHP are good. Mobility is good. Spacebar sucks. Spacebar, I hate the spacebar. But you don't have like cool, cheesy things like Reaper does. Or like the insane pushback immunity that Soul Eater does.
Wait, this is
But her
esoteric?
damage is insane. First intent is insane right now. First intent damage is undeniably insane. And she is tanky, she's mobile. It's not that hard to play. It just, if you don't like running out of mana, you might have to like sacrifice damage for that by going Nightmare. It's about 3% DPS loss, going from 6-piece Dominion to 2-piece Nightmare, 4-piece Dominion. And then if you want to play full Nightmare, then you need to learn how to play endless mana, which is pretty cool. There's a lot of options. So I would put it at high, but like low is high. Right? The lowest. It's very fun though. I think War Dancer is highly recommended if you're gonna like try different builds. She has so many different combinations. Like you could play Nightmare. Like if you're getting tired of Dominion, right? You could play Nightmare. But then you play Nightmare, you have 5-second cooldown. You're like, oh, my fingers hurt. Then you could play SO, and you're like, oh, SO's so slow. It's so even the skill animation is faster now, right? You can't like you could put Lightning Kick, go 3-spender. Then why would you go 3-spender if you could just play first intent with Lightning Kick, which will do more damage? But that's the thing about War Dancer. You have that freedom. You could play 3-spender with Lightning Kick Esoteric, or you could go play 4-spender with no Lightning Kick, and you could be like, oh man, I'm so slow. You could play the Hallucination with Crit, Spec, with the Tornado, and Lasness. You could play that, but it's like very niche. Very, very niche. Maybe 3-4 fights that you could use it on. Or you could play the first intent. So you could like switch it up. That's the reason I recommend it, because it's not just like, for example, like Thirst Reaper. You got Thirst Reaper. There's not a lot of variety. I mean, there is with the tripod, but it's not as, I don't know, it's not as tasty in terms of variety as War Dancer. However, if you're gonna play like SON first intent, you gotta carry on around a lot of gems. Or Reaper and like Predator, you don't really have to do that, right? They share a lot of those gems, so there are some downsides to War Dancer as well. Okay. Oh, and you might have a little bit of crit stress as first intent. Yeah, since the tripods, they remove the crit from it, which is a good thing. That will increase your ceiling. That way we can suck crit synergy. So it's a good thing. And you guys don't have elixirs yet, so you might have a little bit of crit stress for now. Yeah, but it's a good thing. If you think about it long term, it's a good thing. Okay, because you could utilize your crit coming from your bracelet now. If you have Cycle or Precise or your Gunslinger friend, Airmaster friend, blah, 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 blah. Now, Taijutsu, man. Taijutsu. Shock. People are coming out of Shock and playing Taijutsu. Taijutsu has good DPS. And let me tell you something. All the classes that I mentioned are in the 40 million DPS club, okay? That's why they're all recommended. Like, DPS is not the issue right now. Okay, Taijutsu is really good. The rework is nice. But compared to War Dancer, it's not as good. Like, I know it's my opinion, but it's a collective opinion in Korea as well. Like, most people are like, give us a class change ticket so I could go to War Dancer. Wait, hold on. Sorry. So Scrapper, the problem with Scrapper is, well, let's talk about the good things. She doesn't have that many problems. The good thing is she has no mana. That's great. I love that. That's why she's gonna be she's in the recommended club already. No mana. Entropy, but it's not hard, right? It's not hard to entropy. It's not as easy as Reaper, but at least she's got the EHP, right? I've seen some of my static members playing Glavier, now playing Scrapper, saying it's even tankier. I mean, numerically, like, if you look at the armor value, it's pretty high, right? It's really high. Not pretty high, it's really high. So they're potioning less, they're dying less, easy to play, comfortable, they're having fun, they're not complaining. I don't see them, like, sighing or cussing. Now, some of the animation did change, right? Whoop-de-doo, like, the fist looked different. And Death Rattle, the range got better. I'm not a big fan of this little ball. I think Death Rattle could have been like,
wait,
Vegeta,
they have a C skill now.
Fire or Hadoken.
What?
But anyways, the last tick, it looks different. The last tick, the sound effects different. That also looks different, right? It looks cool and all. But in fight, this is what it looks like in actual fight. You don't see shit. Right? You don't see shit. Now, this is the new skill. Compared to the War Dancer new skills, like, you know...
Yeah, it's not as good.
Right? We're talking about that word Tagyokan, which is when I press the skill, does it feel satisfying? Numerically, sound effect, and the way she moves her body and punches, is it like, am I feeling that? Am I connecting with it? I mean, it's okay, but it's not War Dancer level okay, right? And this kind of gets me a little worried because like Lil Scrapper's supposed to be next. Like, is she gonna get another, you know, fixer upper job or what? What's going on? But anyways, it's playable. It's not only playable, I highly recommend her because she's easy. You just stick on the back. It's not that hard to stick on the back, and she is a little less T-Rex, but it's not like first intent. Like first intent, I'm still surprised at like what I could get away with, because man, first intent used to be so T-Rex, but then these days being T-Rex is kind of scary. Like if you're standing like this in Thaymine, he could still slash you, get a debuff, or you take more damage. But she still got some range, right? Like this skill's got some range, not really. And this trajects you forward, ensuring you get into the boss's ass. Also this, right? They also changed Judgment. I mean, Scrapper community wanted a little bit more. And then the new gauge is really nice. I like the new gauge. I like the new gauge. It's not overly complex. So you want to activate the gauge, and due to the tripods, it enhances these skills right here. That's nice. So you could do it with Atrophin, and you know, also increases her stagger, which was already good, right? All the classes I'm recommending right now have great stagger, great weakness points, or you could add on to it. Great flexibility due to the modernness of the tripod changes in tier 1 without sacrificing DPS or damage, right? So, it's nice. I would put it I don't know. In terms of gimmicks, in terms of her job, like what does she do? I will put it at the highest, right? But if skill animations and T-Rex bothers you and you feel that she's too simple, then I will just put her at recommended. So it's like up to you, right? What about Shock? Shock is good if you are very good at that fight. Shock is very rewarding if you know how to play on that fight. And obviously, for Akan and Voltus, I would highly recommend Shock as well. But for Thaymine, you can play Shock. Shock has obviously cleared the content, obviously, right? But Taijus is just so much easier, right? Like when you eventually do Thaymine Prog, you want to be the guy that's having the most fun, in my opinion. Right? You want to be the guy that's like the happiest, chilling, your back's not hurting, you're smiling.
And then when I create the War Dancer,
just
War
the
Dancer
guy
looks
that's
fun.
quiet, having the most fun, not the one dead or complaining. The Z also acts as tenacity, right? The super armor. Very short, but she got one, right? So she got that. The awakening changed. Shorter animation, and it gives gauge. Okay, so there's a little bit of like thought process involved, but it's not overly complex. It's easy for new players, enjoy it for veterans. EHP being good is a very good thing because you could just go do Thaymine on eye level. That is kind of like the trend these days in Korea. You will see a lot of people do Thaymine at 1630, 1635 range. A lot of players. Oh, is that because they're really good at the game, Zeals? Well, yes, that. But it's like the majority right now. Like the majority of the players are doing that. Why is that? Because of Transcendence. Transcendence increases EHP as well as jacks up their damage a lot. All right. So a 1630 character doesn't do a 1630 DPS. For example, I have like 1630 friends that have more attack than my Soul Eater, who is 1650, right? They're scooting around like they have like 80,000, 81,000 attack. Some of them have like 80,000 attack with like 10 to 20 less eye level than me, right? Because of Transcendence. So Transcendence, it will give you enough damage, over damage to clear Thaymine, right? Like I'm talking, we were getting like 6 minutes left, right? We're like cheesing Thaymine these days. So you don't need like 1640, you don't need 1650. Once you get Transcendence, you just destroy Thaymine. So what is a character that can go on like eye level or maybe like 5 above the eye level and not be on the floor? Well,
Scrapper.
of course, it's gotta be Scrapper. Even Reaper these days. Like I see a lot of like 1630, 1635 Reapers just claiming the most damage. Yeah, like for example, when there was another streamer who cleared it. And what was it? The Reaper got underlined in their first clear for Gate 4th A mine. And I looked at his profile, got no 9-7, right? Got no crazy bracelet, not all level 10 gems, 1635, right? Like okay elixirs, but he gets underlined as Reaper, and he's not dead on the floor. I mean, Reaper got like Black Mist is just cheat code, man. It's cheat code. The Black Mist is cheat code, man. That's crazy. That skill's crazy, man. And oh man, I can't recommend like Reaper enough, dude. Like she has, because Nightmare is part of her identity now. You can allocate, like if you want more destruction, you could bring a destruction skill. You could bring a stagger skill. You could bring an EHP skill, Black Mist, or you could bring a skill to proc Judgment Conviction, right? And you don't have to change the gem because you don't use a gem for that department. So she has like 2 slots like that. That's crazy, man. And Scrapper, I don't know. I really recommend Scrapper, dude. Scrapper is really well-rounded. It's like first intent. It's like first intent, but you don't need to care about mana. But once again, that depends. Like
You're not gonna talk about
tenacity too. Really, would recommend all these classes right now. I mean, there are some that I don't recommend, but it's not part of the reward classes, right?
Oh, only those
So
classes
I
got
do
reworked.
think that you guys should try these out, but by it here, like see reach into maybe nerf. So it will be a couple years. You see character, he's highly trying to apply in pug. Right now, all that easy man. I just how did I answer it? Those right? So here they're gonna is Gunslinger and
Oh,
Smaugate announces, and this was way too long. It's not something first intent though. Like being able to control the wind combustion is huge. It's not something you could describe with words. Anyways, man, that's it, dude. This was way too long. I'm gonna do the Soul Eater guy next, and then guys for D's once AGS Smaugate announces when the West get this awesome balance patch. And then I think for the next balance patch, I'm just gonna say right now on record, next balance patch, Gunslinger, Shadowhunter, they're gonna get something. Maybe even Paladin. I'm just guessing here, just prediction, right? I think Shadowhunter, even Scooter, the transformation, as well as Gunslinger and Paladin might get something visually, but those developers did say that emergency fixes are coming for your agility, mobility, or things that don't make sense. So we'll keep an eye on that. Anyways, I'm out. This was way too long.
oh, I think I made a tier list. Saving this. Is that Blade? I think it's Blade. Okay, let me watch the Blade video. This is the character that I actually wanted to watch. I'm probably gonna make a Blade and a War Dancer. Those look really cool. This was 11 days ago. Let me check all the videos that he has made. Okay, the Blade was the last one. He made a Scrapper, Reaper. That's it for the moment. Okay.
Huele increíble.
For a fucking ad.
Guys, Reminisce. After the January update in Global, there are some changes going on with Deathblade.
So I prepared the guide video comparing builds care rankers used after the balance patch. Even though you watched the previous guide we made right after the balance patch, please check what kind of changes people consider in KR server nowadays. Before we get in, you know there are lots of guide videos going around after the January updates in global. You might not know which build you should use. For Deathblade users, I can say these are best builds nowadays in KR server. I played Deathblade since 2020 and I'm still playing this class as a main. Also, we made this guide video comparing over 20 rankers in KR server, watching every single guide video made by KR Deathblade users. So I'm pretty confident to introduce this build. Trust me. Surge. That these are major changes after the balance patch. Build. Wing cut. Surprise attack. Maelstrom. Spin cutter. Earth cleaver. Turning slash.
Oh, that's new,
Blade dance.
I think.
Blitz rush.
Dude, I miss playing these
The
classes.
ult, please
What the
use the
fuck?
second one for more damage. Gems.
Using
Cooldown
what?
gems
3 rage ring lower the risk of raid
Gems.
captain.
or cooldown gems, you need to choose two between Earth Cleaver, Spin Cutter, and Maelstrom. If you use cooldown gem on Earth Cleaver, DPS increases. If you use cooldown gem on Spin Cutter, utility increases. If you use cooldown gem on Maelstrom, you can quickly recover your mistake. My personal recommendation is Earth Cleaver and Spin Cutter. Normally rankers prefer these two for higher DPS. Rotation. As you encounter, use any kind of skill to fill 3 bubbles or use Awakening Potion. Basic rotation is simple. Wing Cut, Z, Maelstrom, Surprise Attack, Wing Cut, Earth Cleaver, Turning Slash, Blade Dance, Blitz Rush, Surprise Attack, and Z. If you have ult, Wing Cut, Z, Maelstrom, Surprise Attack, ult, Turning Slash, Blade Dance, Surprise Attack,
And ult. And see, yeah. I mean, this is pretty much the ultimate.
Engravings. Before 1540, Garage, Surge, Master of Ambush, Ray Captain, and Adrenaline. After 1540, choose the one you favor the most. If you don't want to care about crit rate and hate mass increase debuff, there are 2 selections: Garage, Surge, Master of Ambush, Ray Captain, Adrenaline, and level 1 Aether Predator. Or Kimble Weapon instead of Ray Captain. Ray Captain is 1 to 2% stronger than Kimble Weapon, and Maelstrom and Rage Rune covers over 60% of rotation. You can use Kimble Weapon first, and then switch to Ray Captain later. If you can take extra crit, hate Aether Predator, and want cheaper build, there are 2 selections: Garage, Surge, Master of Ambush, Ray Captain, Mass Increase, and level 1 Adrenaline. Or Kimble Weapon instead of Mass Increase. Mass Increase is 1 to 2% stronger than Kimble Weapon. You use Kimble
Oh,
Weapon
really?
if you hate Mass Increase debuff. Also, level 1 Adrenaline build is not strongly recommended as you need Crit Synergy Friend. If you have 9-7 stone, use Grudge, Surge, Master of Ambush, Ray Captain, Mass Increase or Kimble Weapon, or level 2 Adrenaline. All reverse stones can be used unless they level 2 Grudge or level 2 Master of Ambush. Elixirs.
I don't understand what that
Remaining
means.
energy. These are major changes after the balance patch.
Dude, these videos are fantastic. This is literally what I wanted.
Build. There are 2
This
kinds of
is...
build.
So remaining energy... Wait,
there are two
Remaining energy... is spec and search. I didn't check. Also spec. Okay, double spec.
Kinds of builds you can choose: instant cast build and supercharged build. There are slight changes developed after the patch, so please watch if you're playing Ori Deathblade. Instant cast build: Spin Cutter, Maelstrom, Axle, Voice Strike, Soul Absorber, Death Sentence, Earth Cleaver. Then choose one between Twin Shadows and Turning Slash. If you decide to use Turning Slash, give one level 5 tripod on Spin Cutter. Gems.
Hey, that's a lot of gems.
Rotation.
Oh my god.
Basic rotation is simple: Spin Cutter, Maelstrom, Twin Shadows or Turning Slash, Death Sentence, Earth Cleaver, Soul Absorber, Voice Strike, and Z. If you have Alt, Z,
What's the damage?
and Z. If you have Alt, Z, Maelstrom, Death Sentence, Twin Shadows or Turning Slash, Alt, Z, Twin Shadows, Earth Cleaver, Death Sentence, and go 1. Engravings. Before 1540, Garage, Remaining Energy, Master of Ambush, Ray Captain, and Adrenaline. After 1540, Garage, Remaining Energy, Master of Ambush, Ray Captain, Adrenaline, a level 1 Aether Predator. If you have 9-7 Stone, Garage, Remaining Energy, Master of Ambush, Ray Captain, Kimble Weapon, or Crystal, a level 2 Adrenaline. Supercharged build: Spin Cutter, Maelstrom, Axle, Voice Strike, Soul Absorber, Death Sentence, Bliss Rush, and Earth Cleaver. For the ult, use the second one for higher damage. Gems. Rotation. Basic rotation is simple: Spin Cutter, Death Sentence, and Maelstrom, or Maelstrom and Death Sentence, Earth Cleaver, Bliss Rush, Soul Absorber, Voice Strike, Z. If you have Alt, Spin Cutter, Death Sentence, Maelstrom, Earth Cleaver, Bliss Rush, Alt, Soul Absorber, Z, and go back to basic rotation. Engravings. Before 1540, Garage, Remaining Energy, Master of Ambush, Supercharge, and Adrenaline. After 1540, Garage, Remaining Energy, Master of Ambush, Supercharge, Adrenaline, a level 1 Aether Predator, or a level 1 Ray Captain. If you have 9-7 Stone, Garage, Remaining Energy, Master of Ambush, Supercharge, Kimble Weapon or Crystal, a level 2 Adrenaline. Elixirs. Instant cast build and supercharged build should use the same elixirs. And that's it for 2024 Deathblade Guide. Leave a chat if you have any questions. Thanks for watching our video, and please feel free to join our channel for more information. Thank you.
That was a great video. I like it. I do like it. I like this. I prefer the big one shot. I always enjoy that moment of full damage.
Guys, we're Menace. A January update, there was a big
Okay, these are the two videos that I'm gonna watch in a little bit.
Peggy 16.
Shut up. Okay.
big change for Reaper. So we prepared a guide video comparing builds care rankers used after the balance patch. Before we get in, let me give some trust to people watching this video. You know there are lots of guide videos going around after the balance patch. You might not know which build is the one you should use. I cannot say this build is the best, but what I can say is that the build introduced is the actual build used by lots of rankers in Kira server. We made this guide video comparing over 20 rankers in Kira server and summarize their builds watching every single guide video or information made by Kira Reaper users. So I'm pretty confident to introduce this build to you guys. Anyway, let's get into it. First, build. Choose the one you favor the most. First build shows bigger numbers and compact rotation. Second build makes your rotation more constant and shows a bit higher DPS. If you favor the first build, use back crit bracelet with 1 crit ring. Distortion, Shadow Storm,
Okay, this is thirst.
Shadow
So wait, what is he using?
shows bigger numbers
1400 spec, 600 swift, and 000. Jesus Christ.
and compact rotation. Second build makes your rotation more constant and shows a bit higher DPS.
Okay, wait. So I could go swiftness spec on
If you
thirst.
favor the first build, use back crit bracelet with 1 crit ring. Distortion, Shadow Storm, Shadow Vortex, Spinning Dagger, Glowing Brand, Rage Spear, Dance of Fury, the Silent Rage. Gems. Rotation. Encounter. Spinning Dagger, Shadow Storm, Alt, Rage Spear, Glowing Brand, Dance of Fury, Silent Rage, a Shadow Vortex. Basic Rotation. Shadow Vortex, Rage Spear, Shadow Vortex, Glowing Brand, Shadow Vortex, Dance of Fury, Silent Rage, a Rage Spear. Engravings.
I don't like this
Before
build.
1540, both builds should use
I prefer the other one.
Grudge, Thirst, Master of Ambush, Ray Captain, and Adrenaline. After 1540, the first build should use Grudge, Thirst, Master of Ambush, Ray Captain, Kimble Weapon, and level 1 Adrenaline. After 1540, the second build should use Grudge, Thirst, Master of Ambush, Ray Captain, Mass Increase, and level 1 Adrenaline. Elixirs. For the first build, you should use Critical Elixir for the end setting. For the second build, you should use Master Elixir. Lunar Voice. If you're willing to play Lunar Reaper, you need at least 600 specialization with 1 legendary, 1 epic, and 1 rare wealth rune. Shadow Vortex, Shadow Storm, Black Mist, Shadow Trap, Ray Spear, Glowing Brand, Call of the Knife. For the last skill, choose one between Silent Rage and Dance of Fury.
Okay.
Gems. Rotation. Shadow Storm, Shadow Vortex, Z, Ray Spear, Black Mist, Shadow Vortex, Z, Glowing Brand.
I prefer this
Shadow
build.
Vortex, Call of the Knife, Shadow Trap, Shadow Vortex, Z, Silent Rage, or Dance of Fury. Engravings. Before 1540, we recommend using the second build, Grudge, Lunar Voice, Master of Ambush, Kimball Weapon, and Adrenaline. After 1540, the first build you use, Grudge, Lunar Voice, Master of Ambush, Kimball Weapon, Curstall, a level 1 Adrenaline. After 1540, the second build you use, Grudge, Lunar Voice,
You should or
Master
could
of Ambush,
use.
Kimball Weapon,
Hmm.
Adrenaline, a level 1 Aether Predator. Elixirs. If you decide to use the first build, you need Critical Elixir for your end setting. If you're going to use the second build, you should use Master Elixir for more crit. However, you can use Critical Elixir if you have 120 crit plus 5% Precision Bracelet.
Okay.
That's it for 2024 Reaper Guide. Leave a chat if you have any questions. Thanks for watching our video, and please feel free to join our channel for more contents. Thank you.
Okay. Let me take this off. I'm gonna watch these 2 videos and then I have like until 1 hour and 15 minutes where I have to go. So let's see if I can play something or maybe make a character. Maybe I wanna make a Deathblade and a War Dancer. Okay, let's watch this video. Why is Palworld so popular and awesome? I haven't played it, but I know people love this game. So let's see what's going on with this shit. What is going on here? Oh, I see what is going on. He's like doing the Pokemon.
Pokemon with guns. Three
Okay,
words that
yeah.
will pique your immediate curiosity and interest. Props to
I haven't
whoever
played
came up
Pokemon
with
Go
this
in a long
phrase. Could've
time.
been some
Long
random
time.
on the internet or the Albert Einstein of marketing, because good God, Power World is doing numbers.
The numbers!
If you've been on the internet in the last couple of weeks, you've no doubt heard about Power World. Check this out.
What the fuck?
Yo, look at me, dude. I can pick up a fucking
Oh my
Dig
God.
Toys. I can even jump with him, bro.
Do I need to investigate you for steroid use?
Why do you think my arms are so big, huh? Why do you think? And today, this is the question I'm going to answer. Why is Power World so popular? And awesome. I've compiled 8 reasons why in this very video. Reason number 1, word of mouth. Power World's popularity has surprised everyone, especially its developers, who apparently were considering bankruptcy if the game didn't sell well. I don't think they have to worry about that anymore.
Looks
Yeah.
like there's been a change of plans.
This game's trailers did not
I'm pretty
attract
sure they made like $600,000 million or something like that.
sort of viral attention. And so what I think we're witnessing is one of the most successful word-of-mouth campaigns in video game history. Pokemon with guns is what got me
Or
to check
600
out Power
million.
World. And now I'm talking to
Fuck,
all
I
of
don't
you
know right
about
now.
it.
Math is
Okay,
not,
yeah, come up here.
it's not working.
What in the world?
See these chickens?
What chicken? Oh my
I think
God.
600 million, 600,000 million. That's like billions. Never. No. Oh my god.
We were so close. These are cannons, Blastoise. These are cannons, not firearms. We're so close. I'd say the chances of an early access survival game being this good is about 1 in 8,192. The explosive popularity of Power World is unheard of in the world of gaming. It's like the polar opposite of the day before. Fuck that game. Power World has reached power levels that seemed impossible, hitting over 2 million
Over
concurrent players on
9,000.
Steam. It's impossible. That is second only to PUBG, the game that arguably popularized the entire battle royale genre. That's more concurrent players
Wait, is that what?
than
No, hell no.
Counter-Strike. Fucking Counter-Strike has ever had. What is happening? Do you understand how crazy this is? Power World sold over 8 million copies in less than a week. It's probably more by the time you're watching this. For reference,
what?
less than a week.
8 million. 6 days?
Probably more by the time you're watching this.
19 million players. Wow.
For reference, Scarlet and Violet sold 10 million copies on the first 3 days, and that was Nintendo's biggest game launch of all time.
And there was much rejoicing.
This isn't just insane, it is insane in the membrane. That a random indie developer can come out with a creature catching game that rivals that of the largest media franchise of all time. It can even keep up with it in sales, relatively. Reason number 2, why Power World is so popular. This is an easy one. It's a damn good video game. Power World is
Who would have
like
thought? Huh?
It combines the DNA
But a good video
from all
game
these
sells,
popular games
and it's
in
doing
different
great.
genres to become this fucking supreme super being. You've got the cartoony art style gliding and third-person shooter combat of Fortnite. They even have shields in this. There's an element of Dark Souls with timed dodges and this sick-ass butterfly twist, by the way.
Ooh.
What the fuck was that?
It's like the Darth Maul butterfly kick. Yeah, you.
Oh shit!
Eh. Who are you?
Whoa! Oh, you can do a backflip.
Yep. The crafting, base building, and survival mechanics of Valheim, Minecraft, and Ark. You have open world elements a little too similar to Breath of the Wild, with multiplayer guilds. Fuck it, throw a grapple hook in there too. Hey, you want to ride a fat alpaca while shooting a musket? Sure.
Damn.
Let players make abominations in the character
Headshot.
creator. I shit you not, because they said Americans sometimes like to make ugly characters. And while you might think it's
Whoa.
easy to get ideas and inspiration from all
They
these
really
different
said
places,
that?
throw it in a blender and hope it turns out great.
I thought they said they added guns because Americans like guns. I don't know
Before
if they
Taurus,
actually did
that
it.
doesn't always pan out well. We've seen plenty of copycat games, right? Doom clones, Halo killers, etc. And most of the time,
Whoa.
these games-
Killzone is actually good. Come on. Killzone is good. Sony needs to bring they need to bring that franchise again and make a new game.
live in the shadow of their inspiration. But we are witnessing something truly magical. Power World is actually competing with its inspiration. It combines so many different elements of other games that it actually becomes unique, like Cell. For a game that feels like one giant shitpost, Power World is surprisingly deep.
Okay, so he got the fruit.
It's a literal fucking skill tree. Are you serious? Wow. This game isn't real. There's so many ways to
Well, I
upgrade
did
your
not get
pals
it.
and optimize them. It's a much less time-consuming, tedious process than grinding EVs in regular Pokemon games. Like, the way you power pals up is better and more fun than modern Pokemon. What are the offer pal souls? What?
What the fuck?
That's dark.
You have all sorts of different passives, positive and negative traits. There's a ton of different moves that pals can learn, which happen in real-time combat instead of turn-based. So, like, you actually have to aim this shit if you're controlling the pal, which you can control a whole lot of them. The PvP for this game is going to be absolutely wild whenever that comes out. You know, micromanaging your base with pals and the tasks you give them, it reminds me of managing villagers in Age of Empires 2. There's like a little real-time strategy to it. The crafting, resource gathering, base building, and pal training are all things you can invest a lot of time into and get a huge return on investment. This game is way better than it has any reason to be. And that leads me to reason number 3. The content and polish. This is early access done right. When you combine the phrase early access with survival game, it's usually a recipe for disaster. But Palworld defies the
True.
stereotypes around early access titles because
again, it just works.
somehow it's more stable and polished than a lot of AAA games manage to be. Mechanically, the
Made
gameplay
by
is solid, and that's most
the biggest
important.
companies.
It's a
That
ton
is
of fun
so
battling
fun.
with pals, catching them
So
in real
funny,
time,
dude.
avoiding attacks. Palworld nails the fundamentals and provides a ton of content at the same time. It makes the trainer an active participant in the Pokemon formula, and I cannot fathom why that hasn't been done before. This is leagues above what most people expect from an early access title. It feels complete in concept, and because of that, I'm not too bothered by the rougher areas of the game. Multiplayer and guilds are a great feature. I played a shitload of Valheim, and just like that, Palworld is something me and the boys are gonna keep playing for a very long time. But multiplayer stability is by far the most immediate concern, as it's pretty glitchy compared to flying solo. There's a few animations that could use some work. All right, check this shit. Check this shit.
Oh no, dude. I at least thought like you'd be on her head or something.
But I'm torn between wanting
I mean,
smooth
it's early
animations and
early
this
access, come on.
janky, funny shit.
Maybe it's already.
Love how they
Oh, wait, you can
ragdoll.
just lift
Yeah.
him up and put him anywhere you want.
There's quite a few moves, attacks, and equipment that don't have any sound effects yet, but still function somewhat. Occasionally you can spawn underneath the map, but any game-breaking glitches I've found can be fixed by quitting and reloading. Another huge issue is things phasing or clipping into the world. The pathing is kind of janky for the pals. They don't always know what to do or where they're going. And the police, yes, there are police in Palworld. This game has a fucking wanted system.
By the
Wait,
gods,
what?
there is a psychopath on the loose. Stop! You violated the law. For the Empire! Remember the Am I supposed to be impressed? Should have paid the fine. What's the matter? Getting tired?
If you attack non-hostile NPCs, the police will spawn in your anus like they used to in Cyberpunk. They will follow you no matter where you fast travel. So you either let them kill you or you quit and reload the game. One of the greatest features ever in survival games is being able to access all
You're
of the
gonna lose the
stored
wanted?
materials without having them in your inventory. So you can build, craft, and do whatever the fuck you want without actually going to the box and picking it up and then doing it. Palworld does the one thing that every video game should strive to do: give you bang for your buck, which is why reason 4, it undercuts the competition. Scarlet and Violet have been out for 14 months and they're still charging $60 for them. $60 for that pig slop.
Ew, what the fuck?
Did I mention they're also
Nintendo?
double dipping on DLC? They're selling the same DLC twice, which by itself is still pricier than Palworld.
That's
In
funny.
fact, every Pokemon game on Switch is pricier than Palworld. So Palworld is
You
the
can actually buy 2 Palworlds with the price of 1 Pokemon game. So you can buy your game and your friends in case they cannot buy it. So it's actually fantastic.
portable. You can play it on PC.
You buy
or
2
Xbox
games
with Game Pass.
on-
It has a
on
small
one
file size. It's easy
price,
to
let's say.
understand. You don't need a top-of-the-line PC to run it.
For the price
It
of
checks
1.
almost every accessibility box. Not to mention, there has never been an official Pokemon game released on
Holy.
PC. To be fair, Nintendo doesn't really release games on PC at all, but you would think the largest media franchise of all time would at least try to tap into that market. Reason number 5 why Palworld is so popular: memeability. Mercenary with a wounded knee. I used to be a tough trainer like you. Then I took an attack to the knee from
Right,
that
yeah,
giant pal.
Okay, that's
A
Skyrim.
Skyrim reference in 2024. What year is it? On the surface, Palworld presents itself with a cute, cartoony art style, located on a series of islands populated by such adorable critters.
Meanwhile, this island is a living hell. The people I came with aren't with us any longer. Those damned pals ate every one of them. I tried making graves for everyone at first,
But when more than 100 died, I gave up on that idea.
Oh, come on. Okay.
Oh, what the fuck?
And now, standing on this mountain of brave corpses, I have quite the view.
The tone takes a radical shift.
Does
towards the
Levi voice
macabre
actor in
and complete
English?
Random. You know, one moment in Pal World you're catching pals,
It's cool.
and the next moment
Never heard
they
it before.
develop an eating disorder or have broken their legs. What? You can force them to work under normal, cruel, or brutal conditions.
Yeah, no one's in the wrong here. There was nothing to be done.
What?
No choice in all this. Because this world is just that cruel.
You don't just fight pals, you can fight real people. And you don't defeat them, you kill them. When I think to myself, what is it about me as a Pokemon fan that is drawn to Pal World? Part of it is the dark undertones of Pokemon that mostly go unaddressed. And this is like a satire of that. On the main menu screen, you've got 2 lamb balls on mounted MG42s. There's a pal called Hang You, which in universe is used to carry out public executions by tearing the skin off of their bones.
Jesus Christ.
Power World is popular partially because it allows you to do things that Game Freak would never even consider implementing in a Pokemon game. You know, some areas look like they're from a Pokemon game, but then you go to the volcano biome at night and it looks like demon ruins from fucking Dark Souls. What is
Oh,
this?
look at that.
There's an organization called the
Wow.
Free Pal Alliance. We have 5 traditional commandments. Thou must not eat pals. Thou must not overwork pals. Thou must not abuse pals. Thou must not use pals for experiments. Thou must risk thy life to protect pals. And it sounds like a parody of PETA, right? But it's actually an accurate representation of PETA because the Free Pal Alliance can often be seen shooting and murdering pals. I think I love being caught completely off guard and not knowing what to make of this game at any given moment. Pal World is a very funny game and it's easy for it to spread like wildfire when there's so many meme-worthy moments you can create. Look at the way it fucking walks. Oh my god.
Energy right
What?
there. That is main character energy, bro.
Furry bait?
That is. It is absolutely furry bait.
Did you
He's got
know
a big
that
mouth.
in terms of pal and human breeding?
Stop right
Oh,
there.
hell no.
Okay, you want to see something else?
Let's see.
It is number 69 in the PAL deck.
Of course it is.
Oh my god.
That's
That
dude,
makes
like,
sense.
if anybody like doesn't say that this game is a parody game, they're just lying to themselves.
Reason number 6, the PALs. We can argue about plagiarism and the various designs and if some of them are stolen ideas or not, which some of them are. Might cover that in a separate video, but most of them are original. And what really sells me on these PALs is the amount of animations they have and the detail of them. You know, Depresso when he mines looks absolutely hilarious. Boss Panda before he chops lumber does a little bow like a sensei. The pals in this game function exactly how you'd want Pokemon to function in a game like this.
I guess I'll just say one of the things I like about this game is you can use your pals for everything you'd want to in a Pokemon game, where like, you know, instead of clicking to use the move, you like get on the pal and ride them to fly them, or you get on the pal and ride them.
They're
have them
part
use them.
of the world. And
Yeah,
how
they're
you
part of your
interact
kit.
with
Yes. So like the celery you can get, I didn't want to spoil this, but like I think you could literally use them to glide, like as a
Yeah, yeah.
paraglider. Like you can do shit with them that like you wouldn't think of. The millennial audience of Pokemon is so massive. I don't know why they don't capitalize on it.
Because they haven't really had to. They haven't had to try.
They just keep getting like, yeah, I mean, yeah.
No one's
Wait,
putting
that's a
their
good.
fucking
That's
feet
true.
to the
Now
fire,
they might
but
try to make a game like
maybe
a game like
now
this.
someone is.
Like, imagine if you took this exact idea and swapped out all the pals with real Pokemon. It would sell millions. Pokemon fans would eat that shit up because they have been so starved for innovation and new ideas. You can utilize and control a huge number of the pals, which is one of my favorite features. They can work as gliders or gloves, or you can pull up Lamball and use him as a fucking shield. 111 pals, all designed with a unique ability. They all have unique animations for a variety of tasks. Some of them have exclusive moves and animations for that too, you know? The personality conveyed through these animations is what sells you on Power World. Meanwhile, Game Freak's animations.
Oh my goodness!
Reason number 7. Power World is controversial. Nothing popular can ever avoid controversy, and Power World has been accused of many things like using AI, stealing designs, plagiarizing from Pokemon.
I mean, Pokemon, I'm pretty sure has done it too for Dragon
it does
Quest.
have a hat. It has a hat too. That's fucking Murkrow. Yo, that's actually Murkrow.
Okay, that's the first one I've seen that I've actually gone, alright, that's a little sus.
Yeah, a crow with a hat, it is a little sus. The controversy only seems to be fueling people's interest and attention to this game. But if you think Nintendo or Game Freak or the Pokemon Company is going to sue Power World and its developers, they had a couple years to do that. They're not going to. And if they can take down this Pokemon mod for Power World, why wouldn't they just take down Power World? Reason number 8. This is the last one, and it's big. Pokemon fucking sucks right now. I have been a fan since Red and Blue version, and with 25 years of Pokemon experience under my Wumbo belt, I say with absolute 100%
That looks
certainty
like
that
shit.
Scarlet and Violet are the worst Pokemon games in the entire franchise, spin-offs included, and they're the best selling. Power World has innovated
What?
the Pokemon formula more than Pokemon itself has in the last decade plus. Pokemon is the most static, lazy, apathetic franchise in gaming. Power World was made by people who learned how to use the Unreal Engine as they developed the game, and yet the game they've made is 15 years ahead in technology from Scarlet and Violet. Game Freak and the Pokemon Company haven't
Wow.
had to work.
That's all I
They
can say.
haven't had
Wow.
to innovate or push the boundaries because they've had a monopoly
Oh my
on the
God, what is
creature-catching
that?
genre for
Oh,
25 years.
dude.
Power World is the first real, genuine competition that Pokemon has had since its inception. And you know how I know that? Because I've only cared about Pokemon since its inception. No other creature-catching games have caught my attention. The status quo and quality of the Pokemon franchise has gotten so abysmally low that I've gotten to the point where I'm secretly rooting for its downfall. I don't want to secretly root for its downfall, but I feel compelled to, given the complete lack of effort Game Freak and the Pokemon Company continue to show. Oh my God, what's this? It doesn't feel like acid is being poured into my face and eyes when I look at Power World? No way! Objects don't disappear or render at 5 frames per
Bro,
second
dude,
when they're 2
that is
feet away from me?
$60.
Holy shit!
No
You can actually
fucking
see
way,
the
man.
entire world if you go high enough. This kind of draw distance would be impressive for any game. Meanwhile, yeah, sure, Power World was optimized for more powerful hardware than the Switch, but Tears of the Kingdom, Xenoblade, Smash Bros. Ultimate, Pikmin 4, Breath of the Wild, there's tons of examples of amazing looking games on the Switch. The hardware is clearly capable of it. It's just that Game Freak and the Pokemon Company don't give a shit, or they haven't been given enough time to make something that looks even remotely acceptable. You can literally take assets from Scarlet and Violet and drop them into Mario 64, and it doesn't look out of place.
Something's not right here.
This is why the Monopoly board
Wow.
game exists. It illustrates why monopolies suck for consumers. You want a creature-catching game? Your only choice is Pokemon. So they'll make it as shitty as they want to, and you will still buy it because there's no other options. Now you have an option. It's called fucking Power World. And this is one of the biggest reasons why Power World is so successful, because it is a great creature catching game that does feel unique. The catching mechanic plays out in real time. A lot of fans praised Legends Arceus and hoped that would be the next direction for the series, but it wasn't. No, it was the same regurgitated, stale formula. Isn't it ironic that evolution is such a critical component of Pokemon, and yet this series is incapable of it? Going back to quality of life, Power World actually lets you control
it is.
basically every difficulty setting in the entire game. Meanwhile, Game Freak is removing difficulty options that have existed since Gen 1. They actually force the easy mode on you through XP share. It's just, Pokemon should have a difficulty setting. I don't want this to be like Diablo 3 and 4 where I have to beat the game to fucking be challenged by it. I hate that shit. Give me a difficulty option. that I don't have to self-impose on myself, okay? Look, Game Freak continues to streamline the games and make them as easy as possible so that 3-year-old toddlers can beat them, and they just want to force you to play easy mode. I hate that shit. Power World has a level sync feature, so even if you catch something monstrously overpowered, it can't exceed your own level. That's a great way to balance the game. So a huge part of Power World's success is this growing discontent between me and many other Pokemon fans who are just tired of the complacency, laziness, and incompetence at Game Freak and the Pokemon Company. So why is Power World so popular? Well, for all the reasons I've been explaining for the last 25 to 30 minutes, silly. It's a solid, addicting game packed with tons of content that absolutely nails the fundamentals of everything it tries to be. And despite taking inspiration from every other game imaginable, Power World manages to feel fresh and original. It's such a bizarre game, you have to tell your friends about it and spread the game through word of mouth. It's easily memeable, going for half the price of AAA titles, so naturally tons of people are going to pick it up, especially when it bears similarities to Pokemon. It's accessible, easy to learn, and most importantly, it satisfies Pokemon fans who have become hungry for change and innovation. I am excited for the future of Power World. I hope this game continues for a long time. I hope it becomes a regular series if it maintains this level of quality. And I especially hope this makes Game Freak and the Pokemon Company get off their fat, lazy asses and start making at least half decent. Spare me. But what do you think? Are there any reasons for Power World's success and popularity that I didn't mention here? Leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the Pal Man for more awesome content.
Okay.
Soft. Alrighty, V1, that's all I got for today. This is the Act Man signing out. Peace.
Okay. I need to try this game. Everybody's like interested about this game. There's a lot of drama. Like, much critical made a video about it. People are enjoying it a lot. So I might play it. I might play this game. I'm not a fan of these survival games like Ark. What else is like this? Minecraft I do like it, but it's okay. But in general, that's probably the only game that I really enjoy. So, but I still have to try it though. Everybody's playing it, so gotta jump in the hype train, I guess. Okay, let's watch the new Elden Ring, Shadow of Earth 3, the expansion trailer. It's 3 minutes for a trailer. God damn, bro. Okay, let's watch it.
Peggy 16.
Let me just be sure that is
pure and radiant. He
90p
wields
enough.
love to shrive clean the hearts of men.
Ooh, okay.
There is nothing more terrifying.
Oh boy, it's finally happening, huh?
In that forsaken place, blood must spill. Blood of your fellows. They are truly faithful.
Huh.
They were never saints. They just happened to be on the losing side of a war.
Oh my god, what is that? Okay.
Mother, wouldst thou truly lordship sanction in one so bereft of light?
Oh, a witch. Oh shit. They throwing
You too are keen to know
throwing hands.
just what kind Mikkeller is doing here.
Okay. What is that? Oh my! Wait! That looks like the Bloodborne expansion, the last boss. Oh hell no!
Gold shall all meet death in the embrace of Lesmer's flame.
Come now, touch the withered arm and travel to the realm of shadow. I will not be far behind.
Oh!
May we meet again.
Oh my god! This looks so good, dude. Oh, is there a? Oh. Okay. June 21st. Wow. Damn, even a collection. What the okay. Okay. God damn. Insane. Actually, insane. Oh. Can't wait for it. That's all I'm gonna say. Can't wait for this shit. Nice. Okay, here's. Okay. Let me. I watch everything that I wanted to watch. I still wanna watch a couple more videos. But like not right now. Because in like 45 minutes I have to leave. So I'm also I don't think I'm gonna make I don't think shut up. I don't think I'm gonna make what is it called? Dude, I don't remember. Okay. Where the fuck am I? I need to get level 60 with this character, so I'm probably gonna do that. So let me get the Chaos Dungeon one. That's it. Okay, bear back. Okay. Let's see if I can do 2 characters, maybe 3. Na 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 na. Wait, this might be the ambitious male warriors class. Oh fuck. I mean, this skin is beautiful, but no, it's not this one. I know that. Barabam bam barabam 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 barabam. no baila. Fuck. Okay. Perfect. Para-pam, 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 pam, pam. Should I get her to 40? Nah, it's okay. Let's farm a little bit more this material with these characters for the moment. What is going on? Dude, this poor character can never finish one of this shit. Holy fuck. Okay. I still even streaming? Okay, he's back. Oh my god, it literally got me out of the game. Come on, dude. Why did you disconnect me from the game, bro? Hell no. 2 days my artist could not finish it, the second. Come on, dude. 2 days in a row my artist could not finish the fucking just dungeon, man. Fuck! Nah, dude, it's gonna take a fucking minute for the game to load. You have to be kidding me, man. Ay, ay, ay. This is so dumb. Like that ass, bro. Ah, come on, man. Okay, the game is loading now. I don't think I I save this. 3 minutes. Even if I come back, I still need to kill like 3 bosses. The big boss. There's no way I can do this in
Photosensitive seizure warning.
15,
If you or
20
anyone in your
seconds.
family have an epileptic
No way I
condition,
still have it.
consult your physician prior to playing Lost Ark.
It was definitely longer than 3 minutes. Fuck, I wish I didn't move right there, but what the fuck do I even know? Man, this is some bullshit. Okay, let's get in and see. I don't think I can advance. Yesterday and today I couldn't finish a Chaos Dungeon with my artist. Yeah. Not, and the worst part is that it was here. Wait, never mind. I was killing the boss. Wait, I think I did kill the boss. I hope. Oh my god, look at the fucking... At the cleaning. Fuck. I only have 5,000, man. Ah. So this is so stupid, bro. I'm actually mad right now. Holy shit, I was having such a great time. Oh. Oh my god, get the music out of here, please. Like, holy fuck. That's too much noise. I'm mad right now. I don't... Dude, there's no way, man. How lucky was that? Like 2 times in a row? I cannot do one of the 2 Chaos dungeons with artist. Like, I don't care if the artist... It still annoys me. That is so annoying, bro. Okay, I need to do this fast. Because I have to leave in a little bit. Okay, so I did this too. Let me do this layer. And I saved the last four for later. Okay, 9 minutes. Do I have time to finish this? We're back. Let me see this skin. Okay, just do the Chaos Onion really fast. Oh, he teleported. Nice. Come on. shit, the game is it's probably gonna start in like 5 minutes. Need to hurry up. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Hurry up, hurry up. Okay. I'm done. I might finish. I'm gonna finish the rest later. Okay. Perfect. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna end right here. Tomorrow I'm gonna finish Jedi Fallen Order, so yeah. GG. Bye bye. Peace.